I greet you all. I am here once again to teach you on the continuations of our probability. I can just say probability 2 now, continuation of it. You understand? Which I started, I've given you probability is equal to 1 if an event happened and it did not happen. Now, I'm under probabilities of events. Everybody knows the meanings of events. In this place, I will say probability event. For instance now, let me ask you, what is an event? I don't want to go too far because I'm not teaching you an English class. An event is an occurrence or something that happened. Everybody knows that event is an occurrence or something that happened. Now, examples of probability events. You know, we have so many of our English events. This is probability event in mathematics. We have simple events, number 1. We have compound events, and we have repetitive events and infinite events. So I will be talking on what? On simple event first. Under this simple event, we shall move into other type of event under the simple event. Now, simple event, when you look at simple event, this involves the occurrence of one item. And this occurrence of one item or the choice of what? Of one item. When you look at the choice, they say choice of one item, the occurrence of one item. Let me use for instance now. They say there is a way that sinneth right before man, but the end is what? So woman may have a choice of choosing. So the choice of one occurrence, you are the one that will carry what? The choice what to choose. You understand? But I don't want to go too far in that explanation. Let's move into the illustration here. Let's say if the probabilities of an event A occurring is the what? Is the ratio of the number of what? Favorable outcome to the total numbers of what? Outcome. That is probability event A. This is a probability event A. Is equal to what? Number of the favorable outcome over total number of the what? Of the outcome. It said numbers of the favorable outcome over total numbers of what? Of the outcome. Probability is needed in several phases of life. We all know that we need probability in several phases of life. For instance now, in hospital, a record of what? Of birth and death can help mathematicians to what? To work out life expectancy. To work out what? Life expectancy. In this place, probability always help in what? In the infirmary. Infirmary means what? Hospital. And probability also help in what? Help mathematicians to able to record the rate of death and what? The rate at which people what? Give birth. Working out the what? The expectancy of it. Now, event insurance, even the insurance people, they make use of what? Probability. For them to be collecting money from you, do you think it's easy? And if anything happens, they want to pay you. It is a risk, even for them. Because if a whole company was born and they have insurance, will they be able to raise that money to build the whole company and the engine? Yes, it's a risk for them. See from here, say even insurance companies measure what? Risks against which people are what? Are buying insurance for them to be able to fix their what? Their own premium. It's under probability. Yes, it's under probability. It's under probability. Now, you say generally for event, probability is equal to, everybody knows the general event. So I'm giving you the generalizations of what? Of the formula. Generally for event, probability is equal to numbers of that what? Event over total numbers of what? Of all events. E.g., probabilities of events from A and B. When we look about probabilities of events from A and B, if you want to write, it's going to be what? Numbers of A, because it is from A and B over total numbers of what? Of A and B. I believe you can easily to understand this. This one are easily what? Illustrated. Probabilities of events from A and B is equal to what? Numbers of A over total numbers of what? Of A and B. Now, I go to type of what? Event. I don't know how they have been explaining probability to you all, but in my own explanation, there are types of events. Yes, but I will not go too far. I will go into probability on type of event. We have simple event can be what? Can be what? One, non-equiparable. Then the second one is what? Equiparable. Are you with me? Non-equiparable and equiparable. Now, if we are talking about equiparable, non-equiparable events, these are events which item having different number. Event that their items are having different numbers are called what? Non-equiparable what? Events. E.g., students in a class, ball in a basket, etc. Thus, if we have in a class with 20 boys, for instance, in a class we have 20 boys, 15 girls, the total of them is what? Is 35. Now look again, probabilities of selecting a boy from all this one, it is going to give us numbers of the boys over total. Now numbers of the boys is 20, then the total is what? Is 30. Now we believe that 5 can go here. 5 here is what? Is 4. 5 here is what? Is 7. So our total answer will be what? 4 over what? Over 7. So 4 over 7.